There was talk that Bernie Sanders may get the labor secretary position under the Biden administration. I'm not rooting for Bernie to get it, other than the fact that I know if Bernie was in it, that he would, based on his track record and what he stood for, I strongly believe he gets something out of that job, something in the labor force would be beneficial to us. Changes that would be made will be beneficial to the American people. That's why you root for a person to get a job, not just so they get a job. We got to stop with the somebody needs to get a job. Yeah, a lot of Americans need jobs. But people that are already powerful, well-positioned, not living paycheck to paycheck, you don't root for them to get jobs that impact us unless those jobs that they're going to do, those jobs and what they're going to do is help us. Back to Bernie Sanders. They're talking about giving Bernie Sanders a job.
These reports, and I'm sure you've seen them, that potentially you might be eyeing a position in President-elect Biden's cabinet, labor secretary, for example. Is that true?
Well, what's true is I want to do everything I can to protect the working families of this country who are under tremendous duress right now. Whether that's in the Senate, whether that's in the Biden administration, who knows? Well, let's see how that unfolds.
But if he asked you to join the cabinet as labor secretary, would you say yes?
If I had a portfolio that allowed me to stand up and fight for working families, would I do it? Yes, I would.
All right, Senator Sanders.
There you got it. There you have it. Bernie said it. He said he would take the job. If he was asked, he would take the job. He would take the job to help us, help the American people. Make no mistake about it, the labor secretary position is a powerful position. It's the same position that brought us Uber and Lyft and DoorDash, and all these other jobs that aren't really jobs, but are classified as jobs in order to screw us over. That's what they are, okay? Labor secretary job is a very important job. Bernie in that role as a Democratic socialist will be very helpful to us. Could be very helpful to us, okay? So people are excited about it. Say, okay. There's even some people from the School of Logic that maybe near 10 is worth swallowing. Worth swallowing if we get Bernie Sanders as labor secretary. Those people are delusional. Biden has no intention, folks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're under this. You're operating under a perception that things are fair, and that people are decent, and that people say, okay, one for me, one for you, 1, 2 for me, 2 for you. Like you're operating under this perception that somehow you give some to get some. Give and go, fair trade. Do unto your neighbor. You know, you're operating under these golden rules that don't apply to fucking politicians, okay? That's what you got to understand. They don't play by those rules, and they don't give a damn about what you think they owe you, especially when you had no agreements going in. If I win and you didn't ask for something before I won, whatever you did out of the kindness of your damn heart. Okay? Okay? Get what I'm saying? That's how Biden sees it. He doesn't even count all the work Bernie did. Bernie campaigned harder than Joe Biden and for Joe Biden than Joe Biden campaigned for Joe Biden. Do you understand? But Joe Biden, in so many words, said, hell no. No Bernie, no Elizabeth Warren. Tim, that can't be true. There's no way that Joe Biden would be that pompous and arrogant and be so dogmatic, be so stubborn, so bullheaded, so fake, so phony, as to deny Bernie Sanders a position in his administration. Don't believe me, believe your damn eyes and ears, damn it.
Not ever or not soon?
No, not soon.
Okay. What about former rivals from your own party, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren? Have you talked to them about cabinet positions?
Well, I've talked to them. Look, as I said, we already have significant representation among progressives in our administration, but there's nothing really off the table. But one thing is really critical. taking someone out of the Senate, taking someone out of the House, particularly a person of consequence, is a really difficult decision that would have to be made. I have a very ambitious, very progressive agenda, and it's going to take really strong leaders in the House and Senate to get it done.
Yeah. Old Biden said, hey, man, Lester, yeah, come on, man. Lester's like, when you consider Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, progressive wing of the party, they'll be the challengers. Elizabeth Warren stayed in the race long enough to hurt Bernie Sanders so he couldn't win. I mean, she's progressive. And Bernie Sanders did more campaigning than you did for you. And to that, Biden says, basically, hey, Lester, I'm good, man. We're good over here. We're good. We don't need... I got all these progressives like Ron Klain and Blinken and this other person. What's her name? I don't know her name. Come on, fat. I don't need these people. I did the thing. I got the thing. We got the thing. Why do we need to do that? The soul of America is clenched around the fist of an open fist that we punch someone or cut his mitt. That doesn't make sense. I'm Jill's husband. I work really hard. Scranton, Pennsylvania. Out there, corn pop, hairy legs, jump in the pool, lifeguard. Person who fights, couldn't read, stuttered. Crime bill, 2 strikes law, mass incarceration, Carceral state. Here we go. Lights, soul of America, shining hill, beacon on the hill, make back better. Nah. Joe Biden doesn't give a damn about progressives. Never has, never will. In fact, he detests them. He hates them more than Republicans. Because Republicans, by and large, are corporate Democrats. They're the same thing, Johnson. They party together, they hang out together. They're buddies. They vote the same, pretty much. Until it's time to pretend and put on the dog and pony show for the dumb masses that there is a difference. So when it's time to raise that money, all of a sudden now, let me pick a wage issue. Let's pick an issue, okay. Let me put my foot on the ground on this DACA thing that'll get all these votes. But by and large, they're pretty much lock, stock, and right there, lock and step with each other. It's the left that they have a problem with. It's the left that has principles. It's the left that wants actual policies to help us. But you'd have to care about following this stuff in order to tell people the truth about these things. So you heard Biden right there. It's basically saying, hey, it's not going to happen. We're progressive enough. I got the most progressive policies ever made. And part of that got to pump some of that's on Bernie. Because Bernie was saying Joe Biden is most progressive with FDR and all this other shit. Yeah, well, since I'm so progressive, Bernie, why I need you? I'm already progressive, man. I'm already progressive. You already said I was progressive. You said the whole thing was progressive. So why do we need Bernie? What do we need Bernie in there for? We need Bernie out there fighting. We need you out there fighting. Get out there and fight him. This is the problem I have. Bernie Sanders has been between a rock and a hard place for the last, it's just horrific. It's what it is. But Joe Biden has no intention of Bernie Sanders being in this cabinet. So no, he'll have his near tandem and his other choices. And I've heard that some people, Tim, you got to hear about this person. Tim, you got to hear about that person. Tim, what about that person? Okay. I'm going to keep covering these people, but at the end of the day here, guys, I don't want to give false hope to my people. We don't do false hope. We can be optimistic, but we got to know the odds. Okay? So people can write their Dear John letters and all that other stuff. Okay? We got to be honest about what's going on. And what's going on is Biden, for the most part, is lining it up with a bunch of swamp creatures. He's got a lot of women in his cabinet, but are those women going to get things done for you? Like his whole communications team is women. Whole communications team is women. Great. What kind of women? What type of track records? And more importantly, we're talking about cabinet positions. What kind of people? That just says that somebody was brown or female or Indian. If Neera Tanden was against Social Security, was willing to cut Social Security and other entitlements in order to balance the budget, and we're in a pandemic, we're looking at hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Americans facing foreclosures, facing evictions. At a time, we need somebody definitely right now who's looking at the deficit going, oh my God, what do we do now? I mean, it's not even a war going on. I mean, we're only used to spending this type of money when we want to kill people or steal their natural resources. We can't spend this type of money in order to put people in homes, keep them in their homes. So we don't need somebody like Neera Tanden having any say at all.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news from people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.